Hello, everyone at the Aunty Donna Club, powered by Patreon. This is Zachary Wayne. I'm joined, as always... Oh, how's my sound? I'm joined, as always, by Broden Kelly. Mark's not here. We're here with Alexei.
Mm-hmm. We got a Mediterranean mix-up going on. We swapped the Italian out for Greek.
Swapped out that garlic bread for a bit of pita.
Now, we've just recorded a couple of pods with Alexei, and...
this is bonus.
Maybe you've seen one of them, heard one of them, maybe two of them. I don't know when this is coming out. This is a little bonus.
Yeah, this is above what we promised you fuckers.
Now, Alexei...
This is just extra.
Alexei loves movies. He's a movie guy.
It's established.
I
love movies. I love to watch them.
There is one movie that Mark...
I love to watch them, and I love to research them.
And you love to talk about them.
Oh, fuck yes. I love to talk movies.
Do you love convincing people on a movie they don't like that you like? Do you love getting them on board?
I do think that it's probably one of my things, yes.
Yeah, right.
Where I will, sometimes my taste is a little bit off the mainstream.
Yeah.
A little bit left of center.
Yeah.
So then it's about trying to get people to like that stuff that I like.
I gave the new Matrix a full 40 minutes because of this man's impassioned...
and then...
Well, I watched the whole film, yeah.
Wow.
But I gave it 40 minutes. So...
I don't think you liked it.
No,
I loved it. I'm glad that I pushed you to it.
No, I'm only playing. There's a lot going for it.
You see there's hurt in me right now.
See.
And you went on to the reassurance.
No, there is a lot going. I like the anyway. Not for today. This is a 10-minute bonus thing. Mm-hmm. There is a lot I liked about that movie. Okay, I was just doing a joke.
Yeah, and I found it sad. It hurt your feelings. It hurt my feelings that you made fun of it. The Matrix is something I don't like people to make fun of.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like Shrek. Shrek make fun of the Matrix straight away.
You don't like most media from about 2000 to 2004.
They make fun of the Matrix too much.
Anytime someone does a bullet dodge, you're not on board with that?
I'm like, that's sacred. Don't make fun of it.
Yeah.
Don't make fun of it. Only do as I do, which is pay homage to it.
Alexei doesn't parody. He does pastiche.
Yes.
No, without ruining Jesus, we got to organise a bullet time camera.
Yes.
For a morning that we got to use, and you obviously used for the show.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
That's a pastiche. That's not making fun of it. I'm saying honouring the legacy of the Matrix.
Yeah, because very clearly, you're angry at anyone who did bullet time.
Yeah.
About 20 years ago.
And did it with a nasty streak.
But then you did bullet time.
And I did it with praise.
Okay.
No, okay. Because I think Shrek was paying respect at the altar of the
big
Matrix.
Green fuck, I don't think so. He's rude.
What about
a rude boy? He's rude, man.
Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo.
We did watch that actually quite recently. So, and that's Rob Schneider. He's
the Gigolo throwing swords and things at Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
And he bullet time.
Yes.
Dodges them.
That's so funny.
I think that's crazy that you remembered that.
Yeah.
And I think
I reckon I can tell you. I reckon I can name 10 bullet dodge things.
Oh wow.
Well,
I don't think that'll show up in the audio. So we've got you on for something very special. We thought Mark's not here.
Scary Movie does it.
Scary Movie does
do it.
This is a guy who loves convincing people to love movies.
And Charlie's Angels also does it.
Charlie's Angels does it. Less as a parody or pastiche, more as
just a
McGee just saw The Matrix. And so people were like, is this a bit too much like The Matrix? He's like, oh, maybe. I reckon that was McGee's tone the whole yes, because it's similar. So, we want you to
I've
help
run out.
us
I can't think of any more.
convince.
I can't.
If you do think of any, just
I
throw
can't
them in.
think of any more. Can you?
No, not right now, but...
I'm sure The Simpsons would have done it.
Yes.
Maybe around 2005.
Oh, Kung Pao Into the Fist does it with the cow shooting the milk at him.
Movie so much.
Love that movie. At one point in time, that was my favourite movie.
Did you have Foxtel as a kid?
I had Foxtel, and I had the deluxe packages.
'Cause
I watched a lot of Arena, the gay channel, growing up. About theatre and women's
Arena.
Grace.
Ovation, it turns to Ovation.
Of course.
Because you talk about looking for Ella Brandy, Lantana,
I love that.
All of those movies that were just on always.
Yes.
In a way. Anyway.
You ever
Yeah.
seen Hercules Returns, the Australian dubbed
Merry
movie?
Christmas.
I have a very soft
And Bruce
spot for
Spence.
film. That's like my favourite of the dubbed films.
Yeah, it's a great dubbed film.
But that's not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about is you are going to help us convince Mark that Tenet is a good film. Mark Bonanno hates the film Tenet. I don't particularly care for it, but it's funny to talk to Mark
He had a lot
about
of
it.
people saying you just don't get it.
People were saying that to him?
Yeah, that he did. So
Supposedly.
the big thing is he gets a lot of DMs where people are like, no, and they explain time travel
Yeah.
to him.
It's
And
like,
then,
yeah.
and that's our favourite response. It's just, yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
But we got to convince Mark to like Tenet. He doesn't get it though.
He doesn't get it. Does he know that it's time travel? And
No,
they
I,
go
don't, I think
backwards?
he gets a little confused because it's the backwards forward
Is
stuff.
the backwards forward stuff. That can be quite confusing. Did he hear the dialogue?
No.
Because that's something that's quite difficult with
Now
that movie.
you did. We should be full disclosure. You don't like Tenet.
I've seen Tenet twice in my life. And
Two
I
Tenets.
liked it neither time. I saw it in the cinema and I saw it, and it was like when COVID was going on. COVID,
Yeah, it was the one little treat.
The world famous coronavirus was coursing through my city, and this was the first kind of movie coming back. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to see it. I don't want to risk my life to go see a movie. But then I got asked to review it for TV and radio. I'm like, I risk my life for career opportunity. To be the one guy reviewing the only movie coming out this year, I'll fucking do it. And I remember seeing it in the
Did you get
cinema.
COVID?
I didn't get COVID, but COVID was close. I think COVID was, they said, hey, it's exactly across the road from where you are at this point. I was like, well, if I die, it was okay. I got to talk about Tenet.
You die.
And I remember seeing it in a cinema. It was like it was a big cinema in the city, and there was only a few people that came, like less than 10. And one of the people that came was my hero, Margaret Pomeranz.
Oh.
And I was
David and Margaret, a review show in Australia.
They review the show in Australia. They were kind of like our Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel. And then she was my hero growing up. I love her so much. And at that time, Cam and I were making Finding Desperado, and we had David Stratton in it, her former colleague and partner. And we were like, we need to get Margaret in it too. And she didn't reply to any of our emails. So I spent the whole movie staying at the back of her head going, you have to approach her. You have to approach her after her. And you have to get a record on your phone, on the record, as soon as the movie ends. So as soon as the movie ended, like, I ran down to her. Hey, Margaret. Like 6 foot fucking with a big mask on, and just scared her. But she did do it.
Oh, great.
That was all I remembered from the first time I saw Tenet.
Right.
And it was more about that. That's what I
More
was
about
thinking the
Margaret
whole time.
Pomeranz.
I was thinking the whole time, staring at her head. I'm like, I got to talk to her after.
Yeah.
But when I saw Tenet the first time as well, and the second time, I remember just
Second
being
time watch it at the movies again?
at home on Blu-ray, 4K
With
UHD,
subtitles?
subtitles sometimes.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
And I didn't like it. I was so bored by it. And I was just like, I was annoyed by it.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of my criticisms of Christopher Nolan were, he tried to maybe answer some of your critics in a way that I found very clumsy.
Yes.
And then I also, it's like those mindfuck movies, like, you know, Matrix, the aforementioned stuff, where you're kind of in the cinema and you're thinking about, like, what is it trying to say? And there's a bit of a puzzle, jigsaw, trying to put the pieces together. And I remember just watching it, my mind wandering, watching Tenet, where I'm doing too much work. My head was doing too much work, and I go, oh, so the little kid is Rob Pattinson. And then also Michael Caine is Rob Pattinson. And then I watched it go, wait, I don't think that's part of it. I think I was just connecting too many time travel dots. Oh, so yeah, Elizabeth Debicki's kid grows up to be Rob Pattinson. Rob Pattinson then grows up to be Michael Caine. And I'm like, oh no, that's not part of it, I don't think. I think that's
So,
3 different characters.
Having said all of that, how can you sell the movie?
How do we sell the movie Tenet?
How do you sell it to Mark, a guy who probably has the correct opinion on a movie?
I agree. I think there's some of the best of Nolan in it,
Yes,
and a
of
hell of a lot of the
course.
worst of Nolan in
I
it.
would probably focus on the good stuff then, because I think the great stuff about Tenet
Good.
Here we go. This is a great stuff.
right.
It has a lot of great spectacle. Like when they bungee jump up a building. I'd not seen that before. And I was like, that's cool. The whole movie should have been guys doing that. Like, you know the movie Jumper with Hayden Christensen? And that's about guys that do jumps all around the world. I never saw that before.
He goes surfing in California and then sunbakes on the top of the pyramids all in one day.
I think more movies should be like that, like Flatliners, where it's just, this movie does one thing that you've not seen before. We're just going to play it up big time.
Yeah.
Like, parkour movies at the time. There's a lot of parkour shit. This should have just been the bungee jump up building movie.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
I love the scoring and the look of the truck scene.
Oh, okay. Is that Ludwig Göransson does
It
the
is.
score?
I think it's Nolan's best scored film.
Fuck. Are you serious?
Wow,
you're saying that about Hans Zimmer is a hack.
That's
and
what
you
I'm
think
saying.
he's bad.
I am saying that.
And finally, he got a good score on
Ludwig
one of his
Göransson
movies.
is awesome.
He is great.
Yeah, he's.
He does Creed. He does Mandalorian.
So
his work.
maybe
Black
you could
Panther.
say the sound design is so bad because the score is so good.
Yes, I would say that. It's because it's about the musical journey of the film. You don't need to hear or understand what the guys are talking about in a complex movie that has a lot of exposition.
Yeah.
You just need to feel the emotion from the score.
Now, one could argue he didn't have to write the exposition if that was the intention.
One could
argue that.
But maybe he wrote it because you write a script, you got to write dialogue for the characters. But then the film is a visual medium, and he goes, "Well, this is less important. Raise the mix up on the music. Fuck the mix out on the dialogue. Don't worry about it."
He famously doesn't care much for dialogue.
He does.
The first edit of Dark Knight, legitimately, you couldn't hear Bane. And
The irony of a director. I'm not helping here.
Yeah.
But the irony of a director that doesn't much care for dialogue but writes a hell of a lot of it
Yeah, that's fair.
is a pretty... But maybe we could turn that...
Yeah, maybe that's it. He's trying to get away from it. I'm trying to think what else I liked about Tenet.
The
It's
architecture.
hard. I love the brutalist architecture. Because when I first started watching Tenet, and it's got that fucking concerto going on, and there's like that siege in the
that
concerto.
opening scene's sick.
I thought it was amazing. I was like, this is like a John le Carre with some sci-fi, the Terminator stuff going on. And then I kind of stopped liking it from around the time that scene ended. And I found it really long and like really, really like unnecessarily complex, as if it's hiding the stuff. And I also had no idea what's going on by who is Kenneth Branagh? He's just like a big gangster or something. And this big gangster's like, well, I'm actually quite sad. I want to destroy the entire world by fucking up the continuums. And it's going to turn everything into a black hole, and everything gets sucked up in it, including my son and my ex and all that stuff, everyone that I know. And then I get that. But then he has lots of people that work for him. Who would do that? Who would do that for a job? What money? Money has no value if you do that.
We haven't landed on an answer here.
So why do they do that? And then the movie ends and it's like two warring factions in some buildings that fall up and down. Who are they?
Yeah.
Who's on what side and why are they doing that?
Yeah. The issue here...
But why though? I don't know why does that turn into a war? And he has soldiers that work for him, and these soldiers are motivated by what, money?
Yeah.
Or do they go, or he's found 100,000 men that all maybe goes on incel forum and goes, or who are all these men that want the whole world to end? And then that's how he gets people. Maybe that's the answer. If they
So that's the
well, if that's an
how we sell it
criticism.
that's the Riddler structure, isn't it? That's the Riddler go live on a Patreon.
I would maybe that's something you say to Mark. If that's some of his criticisms, like who are these people and why would they work for him? Go, well, there's a comic released online where they explain that they actually were hired through NoFap or something. Those subreddits. These are all men that want to see the world ends, and that's why they're not even.
And then they're fully trained Navy SEAL level.
Train them up and stuff like that. Yeah. Because they use time like the same way Hermione uses her time in The Prisoner of Azkaban to get smarter and do more class. They do that for jiu-jitsu training.
Can I ask a question fully just on film and
I've got one more.
This is
Tenet,
not relevant at all, but I just want to ask a guy who knows a lot of shit about movies.
So I got one more Tenet question. Now, the big criticism, or the big defense of the film, I hear, I've had the same thing said to me. Mark gets it a lot, but is, oh, no, and then they try to explain the plot. As though once you get it, it makes it a good film.
Oh, I love it now. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Now, I'm someone I'm perfectly happy to watch a whole film, not have any idea what's going on, and be like, great film.
Exactly.
Some of my
Me
favorite
too.
movies, I have no idea what's going on, right? How do you defend against that energy?
This is the score to Tenet, by the way.
How do you say to people, I get it, my issue is...
I don't like it.
Yeah, I get it.
I hate that.
I wish I got it a little bit less and just enjoyed the journey. I guess I've answered my own question.
I think the fence around it is, but did you really get it? And then go, but do you understand that he's the protagonist? And the protagonist is, in storytelling, that means the lead character, the hero. And so we follow his hero's journey, and he's called that. So it's about understanding the kind of the way that the hero's journey is changed throughout this movie. Do you get that? I think that's what I would do.
To them or to Mark?
To Mark.
Yeah.
I would be like,
you like
"Oh,
it,
do you
James?"
get that?
I think it's fine.
He thinks it's fun.
He loves it. He loves
Tanya,
it.
do you like it?
Never seen it.
Oh, you gotta watch Tenet. You gotta watch Tenet.
Beck,
Also haven't seen it.
can I ask you about the jump? Like, you used to just do time travel to fix everything.
Yeah.
And now it's multiverse.
Yeah, okay.
What do you think of that?
I'm probably tired of it already.
Yes.
Yes, I liked Everything Everywhere All at Once. I thought it was a wonderful picture, but I didn't see what's it called, Multitudes of Madness or whatever.
Yeah,
it's called.
Strange, yeah.
Strange Man. I haven't seen him.
Strange man.
Strange.
I have not watched The Strange Man.
Weirdo.
Dr. Weird, MD. I have not watched that, but I fucking hated Spider-Man. Spider-Man. What's it called? Spider-Man.
Lots of
No Way
Spider-Man.
Home.
Look at
Sorry,
all,
we
Yeah,
the
all the
last
Spider.
fucker. All the
Still in the
Spider-Man.
look at all these
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. All the Spider-Man. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
What it was that's the thing I think with the Marvel ones is like they have like these big concepts where it's like you're seeing Spider-Man, the most exciting pop culture figure since Mickey Mouse. He's so recognizable, and then they get that pop culture figure to be multiple versions of him swinging through different dimensions, and then they shoot it like a soap opera, and it's like shot like a soap opera. Like, this should be visually exciting. It's based on a visual medium of comics, and then you show me a fucking Days of Our Lives shot and lit scene like a sitcom, and then that's at its best. And at its worst moments, we got Andrew Garfield step through a vortex, and he's like, "Hey, who are you guys? Anyway, you're not the Spider-Man that I know." It's shot like a fucking dad at a school play in a crowd of the camera just pointed at his kid. They're like, yeah, there we go. One big wide shot. Have a little respect for your characters. Have a little bit of showmanship. Yeah. You're bringing the most iconic character of the freaking modern era onto the screen. Make it look nice. Make it look cool.
Alexei,
why you
thank
shoot
you.
flat with no lighting? Like there's a one big downlight or something like that. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why. And then the kids, they watch it, they gobble it up. They're like, I loved it. My favorite movie. Have respect for yourself. Demand more from your entertainment. This is a big media company, for goodness sake, with billions and squillions of dollars. And you just let them do these fucking sludge pictures out there, and you eat the slop up. You're eating the slop up like it's no problem. And what do you say? You're like, I like it. I like the slop I'm eating. Are you serious? Come on. And not even 2 years before, you have Enter the Spider-Verse come out. Same fucking movie. It looks amazing. It's the biggest leap forward in American animation since Toy Story 1 and even Toy Story 2 and A Bug's Life. And then they see that and they're like, wow, what a visual feast. People love that movie. 2 years later, they see the new one, same thing, but look like shit. They're like, I love it. I forgot about the one that came out before that was amazing visual feast. And I like comic books, but no, they look like shit. I want to see crap movie.
That was
And they
Alexei.
like it.
Yeah,
And they like it. And then they see more of it. They see more of it. They want more of it. They demand more of it. And they go, I cried when Willem Dafoe said his line that was turned into a meme from the first movie. He goes, well, I'm something of a scientist myself. And you hear people in the cinema laugh. I go, what is that? Why do you laugh of that? Why do you laugh of that? It is not interesting. It is just pandering to your nostalgia.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. They need to grow up. They should be demanding more. That's what I don't get. And they're happy with it. That's it. That's all they do. They watch one movie a year. And it's big MCU, big Marvel, big DC. And they're like, wow, the Batman was the best movie of the year. Well, what did you see apart from that? Oh, I saw Mr. Weird at the cinema too. Really? And it's better than that one? You thought it was better? Wow. And it was better than all the other movies you saw. Which were they? Oh, Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings or whatever. Oh, really? Okay, cool. Awesome. He reminds you of David Fincher. Wow, okay, cool. And you wouldn't change a single thing that happens in it. It was perfect. I wouldn't change anything. Oh, really? You know, it's all fucking make-believe. They could have written it to be shorter. They didn't have to write all those scenes in. They didn't have to go, okay, now Riddler does all this shit. Oh, and we get to see Joker, and I wouldn't cut it. Oh, really? I'll cut it day one. It's so long, that movie. I would go in the end of day one. Well, you know, it's a great choice to get that little kid from fucking Dunkirk and play Joker. Cut him immediately. We'll put it on the internet as a DVD feature. And they left it in the movie.
So
and the movie's 3 hours.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's 3 hours long. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's longer than Master and Commander. And that's a movie about a guy going around the whole world or something. Why would they do it? And they just go, I see people every day go, and I wouldn't change anything. I can't imagine what you would cut. You don't have to imagine it. They didn't have to write it. It's that long. Just go, oh, it's a movie about fucking Batman and Catwoman and the Penguin. I've seen that movie too. It's called Batman Returns. And it's shorter and funnier and cooler and looks nicer.
Yeah.
And then, you know, but this new one was okay. I'll go 3 stars on the new one.
Yeah.
But it's long.
It's degrees of 3 stars, isn't
That
it?
is
Talking
it.
about that the other
Sometimes
day.
it's a must-see 3-star movie. The Batman might be one of them. But fucking hell, you got to hold your piss in for so long. Yeah. And it's like, what are these kids doing? They go see... That's what I don't
bring
understand.
Back the intermission, I say.
I agree with that. But it's just the thing where I say, people going, their attention spans are so short. Well, not for a dumb shit superhero movie. They'll stay for fucking 5 hours and watch it if they want.
It was Alexei from Finding Yeezers explaining to us how we can get Mark on board with the
Tenet.
film Tenet. Thank you, Alexei.